Hi everybody, this is Mr. Roche. We are here going to start a new project this week. It is called the Bouncy House, which you already have part of, right? Um, so the way Bouncy House works is that you can set a number of dots that you'd like, and then when you click, it makes a bunch of dots, which is cool, right? And I can do this up to 30, but when I start the program, they kind of bounce around, which is good. And what I was hoping was that if they had similar colors, maybe they could, combine and see how that works, and that would be kind of neat. Bouncy House also has a kind of a reset button, so it clears, and then what it'll do is it'll make new bouncy balls like that, and that's fun, and we should be able to do that. Okay. Um, Looking at this, this is pretty easy because this is like a header right here. We have to make some buttons, and we have a graphics window here to draw stuff using sort of JavaScript drawing things, and that's what we're going to do. We actually started this before break, and we set up I think the original Bouncy House, and we had different looks of that. This has a Google font on it right here. I was working on the button thing, so that's what we want to kind of get going again. I guess the thing for this particular video is to get the basic structure of your Bouncy House set up, and I'm going to help you do that. Okay, if you haven't done it already, it's fine. If you were doing it with somebody else, which I kind of thought you were all going to do your own version of it, so I think you want to do that. It would be awesome if we could figure out collisions. That's actually a really good computer science problem. But basically, the basic Bouncy House is to kind of operate like this, okay? So that's what we're looking for, and we'll get going with that. Okay, get started here. I would go back to your Finder, and we got to make a project folder for this, okay? So in my documents, I keep stuff under CS2, and what I would do is I'd make a Bouncy House folder like this. While I'm here, I would totally I'd make another folder for JavaScript because we love JavaScript, and I'd make one for whoopee, I don't want to do that. I would make one for CSS because we're going to need that, and I'd make one for images if we are going to do something with like a roof over the house and stuff like that, which I think we talked about in class. Okay, so that's what you need basically to start the Bouncy House. Okay, and then what you can do is go to Sublime or another editor if you love it. This is the restaurant calculator. I'm going to close that. And I'm gonna start with like a new window. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open here, and I'm gonna go to Bouncy House and open that. And what's great is that then this shows up, and you can kind of see where everything is. And I think this is a good feature of this Sublime program. And basically, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna start coding like the HTML. Okay, and so what I gotta do is I'm gonna get an HTML file here. I might start out with doc type. That just lets the browser know that you're running HTML5, and then try to do a save of that. And then what I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm just in Bouncy House, and I'm going to call this index HTML because that's the file that a browser will look at if you send it to a particular file. Okay, so I want this to show up in the Bouncy House file, and it'll show up like that, and that's really good. And then when I do HTML now, it'll do this. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see that. Let's call it Bouncy House. Okay, and that sounds good. And we're going to need a link tag in here for sure. And we're going to need a JavaScript at the bottom here. But in the meantime, we could start putting in some stuff, okay? You could say welcome to the Bouncy house, you know, or say something about that. That's really good. But that's the thing that shows up in the tab title. And here what we want to do is we want to make a header. Okay, like that. And I want to make an area for the menu bar. So I'm going to make a div. And I'm going to ID this as menu bar. Okay, that seems good. You can put a comment in here. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna leave this happen here. I want to end the div. That's good. And then we're gonna have to make a couple of things in here like buttons. But let's go down here. I'm gonna make another div here for there's a drawing element in JavaScript called a canvas. So I'm gonna call this something like my canvas div, like that. And I'm going to end that div. Okay, so I've got a bunch of divs here, right? And this is like a div. Okay, and I make these little containers because they help control things, and you can do styling on them, and they allow you to you know, kind of set parameters like the size of it and stuff like that, which is helpful. And inside here, I'm going to make this thing called a canvas. So I'm going to go for that tag. Okay. And the canvas is just literally going to be empty. There's nothing in it. Except that I'm going to ID it. So I'm going to call it my canvas. Okay. And I'm going to give it a width and a height. And these are really CSS things, but width and height are generally considered okay things to put in web tags as attributes. So I'm going to go for that because it's sort of easier and it gets things sort of like set up easier. Okay, so that does that. That looks good. What else do I have to do here? Oh, I want to make my buttons. Let's see what it looks like right now anyway. So if I do a save all, this is like a no CSS styling whatsoever. And I get this done, what happens here? It just shows up this, and you can't even see like the canvas, though it's there. Okay, there's some little canvas there. Let me see if it shows up here. Here are the developer tools. Let's go to here. Let me open up this thing. There's Bouncy house. I can't pull this down. There you go. Yeah, it's got a little canvas in there. That's good. Let me open this up. There it is. Yeah, okay, so this is here. Div is there. Canvas is there. That's all good. Let's keep going. We just need 3 buttons and we're cool. Or 2 buttons. Let's go button. And I'm going to put it in a class instead of an ID. So I can group the buttons and style them like the same. Okay. So I'm going to call this maybe something like menu item. Okay. Because it's like a thing. Okay. And I'm going to make this one be like reset. And I'm going to end the button, which is good. And I'm going to make another button. Oh, shoot. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go like this. I'll make another button here called like start. Okay, or we could put start up here maybe, and then reset. Okay, that's good. And then like we're gonna have to have JavaScript stuff working on these buttons, right? So it's gonna be a similar thing that we did in the last assignment. So you could actually put in an on click here and an on click here, but we'll try to do that with actual JavaScript. So so that's good. Let's save that. So at some point we're gonna have to have a script. Okay. So we'll make a comment for that right here. Okay. And up here we have to have a style link to come. Like that. Okay, and we'll put them in a second. Okay. And that's gonna kind of do it for the code. Oh, we have an extra doc type, so we don't want that. And let's do a save all. Like that. Okay, so it looks like that right now. Okay, but we'll go ahead and let's make a I'm gonna go to view. Whoopee, wrong view. I'm gonna go to this thing, Sublime. In view, I'm gonna make a 2 tab. Okay, and this is gonna be for CSS. Or actually, this. So I'm gonna go here, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this. And I'm gonna go into CSS here. And I might call this like something like style CSS. So it's there. Okay. And we can go like this. We can say body. Something like that. Okay, we're gonna give it like a kind of a blue color. And if I link it, it should link up okay. So what I gotta do is go up to the head area and then put in a link tag, right? And all I have to do is go like this. I have to go CSS slash, and I have to follow whatever the name is I wrote up here. I say styles.css, okay? And then we'll save it all. Let's see what happens here. We'll do a save all. We'll open up in browser and see how it's all blue. Okay, that's good. The canvas isn't showing up, which is we have to work on. We have a start and reset button, but we have access to the CSS file. Okay, and let me see if we can do this in like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go one more ahead. Okay, and let me expand this. And I'm going to go to view and make this a 3-column outlook here. Okay. And I'm going to go like this. Okay. And I'm going to say this is for JavaScript. Okay. And if I stretch that out, it's not on 2 lines, it's only on 1 line. But I'm going to save it. Okay. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to go save. Okay. And I'm going to make sure that I'm in Bouncy House. I'm going to go to JS and I'm going to go script.js, okay, and that's now saved as a JavaScript thing. So I can say console.log hi there, and it should run if I put a script tag at the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of my web page, and right here I can go script. Okay. And I'm just going to go src equals js slash script.js. Okay. And I've got like about 10 seconds to figure this out. I'm going to save all. I'm going to open in browser. I'm going to go to the developer tools.